You ever feel like TVs in 2025 are just lying to you? Not outright. No flashing, "This TV will betray you" sign on the box. But deep down, something feels off. The specs whisper promises. The box screams quality, 8K Dolby, Smart OS. And yet, once that TV is in your living room, it's like it forgets how to perform. Slow menus, crashing apps, glitchy remotes, and pixels dying faster than your New Year's resolutions. Why? Because like it or not, the TV world is broken right now, and no one's talking about it. Until now. Today, we're ranking 12 of the biggest TV brands, from worst to best, pulling no punches. Some of these names are going to surprise you. Others might be the very brand you are about to buy this weekend. Or maybe it's sitting in your living room right now. So here's a simple challenge before we dive in. Pause. Think about your current TV. Happy? Truly happy? If yes, tell us your brand and model in the comments. We want real victories down there. If not, this list might just explain why you're screaming at your remote every other night. Let's get into it. Number 7. ONN. The what did you expect? Disaster. Let's start with the basement. ON. Yes, the Walmart exclusive, $150 for a 50-inch deal that seems too good to be true. Spoiler, it is. ON's entire business model is based on two things: being cheap and looking slightly less cheap under fluorescent lighting. That's it. People don't buy ONN because they want quality. They buy it because they've got $200 and a cart full of frozen pizza, and the brand knows it. The panels? Dull. The contrast? What contrast? Colors are washed out, blacks look like gray soup, and motion blur kicks in every time the cat runs across the screen. One upset viewer emailed us, "I bought ONN for the bedroom. Couldn't even survive a season of Stranger Things. It literally crashed mid-episode, then rebooted to a white screen." On? More like gone. Here's the thing, we're not against affordable tech. We love a good deal, but ONN doesn't even try. Their TVs are built with outdated parts, third-tier software, and a remote that looks allergic to responsiveness. Got a problem? Good luck. Customer service is practically a ghost town. Contact numbers barely work. Warranties? The brand acts like they've never heard of the word. So why do people keep buying ONN? Impulse. Desperation. Or they saw the price tag next to a TCL and thought, well, how different could they be? Answer? Very. Bottom line, ON is not a budget-friendly brand. It's a risk disguised as a bargain. And in 2025, it deserves that bottom spot. Number 6, RCA, the nostalgia. Scam, you've seen RCA. You may even think, wasn't that the brand my grandparents had? Solid back then, right? Exactly, back then, not anymore. Today's RCA? Basically a prop. Name licensed out to unknown manufacturers who slap it on whatever panels are lying around. It's like someone skinned a reliable brand and wore it as a mask to sell you bad tech. Imagine buying a car labeled Ford, only to pop the hood and realize it was built in a bicycle factory on a Sunday. Sounds dramatic? Read this review from a real owner. Within 4 months, the screen started flickering. At 6 months, gone completely. I called RCA, they said it wasn't their problem. What? You'd be shocked how many versions of RCA TVs exist with zero standardization. Different suppliers, different chips, different remotes. You could buy 2 RCA TVs on the same day and get 2 totally different builds. That's not a brand. That's brand cosplay, and don't let the feature list fool you. Yes, they might include smart features, but the interfaces are lag city. Menus take forever to respond. Apps crash. Bluetooth drops. And firmware updates? They send bugs instead of fixes. What used to be a symbol of American innovation is now the discount bin's most embarrassing secret. Challenge to viewers. Have you ever owned an RCA TV in the past 5 years? Was it worth it? Drop a comment below. Let's build the RCA support group we all deserve. Number 5, Insignia, the house brand. You wish stayed in the house. Here's the trap. You walk into Best Buy, you see a massive TV, 4K, Fire TV built in. Price tag, $249, looks like a steal, right? Wrong. Bull. Insignia is Best Buy's house brand, slapped onto budget-built screens sourced from whoever had the lowest price that month. There's no consistency. 1 year they're halfway functional, the next, full-blown lemons. Let me paint you a true story. A subscriber said, I bought an Insignia 55-inch. It looked fine. 3 months later, Bluetooth stopped working. 4 months, constant freezing. 5 months, dead HDMI port. By month 9, I was streaming Netflix from my phone again on the TV I bought to stop using my phone. Oh, and the remotes? Think they respond well? Not after the first month. Button presses delay by up to 3-4 seconds. Doesn't sound like much until you're trying to pause your show and you overshoot 5 menus down into settings instead. Insignia is the kind of brand where everything feels decent for exactly 30 days. Just long enough to pass the return policy. After that, it becomes your new enemy. Let's be fair. Insignia does do one thing well. Trick you into thinking Fire TV is enough to carry the whole experience. But a decent smart interface can't fix bad hardware. And Best Buy support? They'll politely redirect you to Insignia's random outsourcing agent. You'll be passed between support teams in different countries like a ghost call center volleyball. And warranty fulfillment? Hilariously bad. So ask yourself this. Would you rather spend $100 more and not be in TV hell 3 months later? Because that's the Insignia cost hidden behind that checkout line smile. Number 4. Westinghouse. Antique name, ancient problems. Westinghouse is one of those names that makes your grandparents nod approvingly and say, "Ah, that was a solid brand." Yeah, back when cars had crank starters and TVs had dials. Fast forward to 2025, and Westinghouse is no longer a real electronics company. The name? Licensed. Engineering? Outsourced. The quality? Well, let's just say there's a reason they're never featured in showrooms. Just clearance bins and flash sales. You'll find Westinghouse TVs for dirt cheap, loaded with buzzwords like smart enabled or full HD. Spoiler alert, half their models don't even handle 1080p properly. Vertical banding, flickering pixels, poor viewing angles, it's all on the menu here. Check this out. One viewer sent us a video. Their brand new Westinghouse TV had a black bar covering the top third of the screen from day one. Customer support told them to try resetting it using a hidden pinhole method that was only available online on a web page that didn't work. Can't make this up, and don't even get me started on the remote. It feels like it came out of a Happy Meal box. Cheap plastic, button delay, awkward layout. Half the time it doesn't work unless you're standing 2 feet from the TV, pointing it straight like a sniper. Software? Oh boy, welcome to Lag City. It takes so long to load basic apps, you'll think your Wi-Fi's broken. Except it's not. It's the TV gasping for life. Westinghouse tries to ride the wave of, hey, look how affordable we are. Except it forgets the part where the TV should still work. And work well. Here's a challenge. Go check online reviews for any Westinghouse TV. Find one that's older than 18 months and still fully functional. Can you? Genuinely curious, drop a link if you can. Bottom line, this isn't a revival of greatness. It's someone renting a legacy name and pasting it on garbage tier panels. Westinghouse isn't just disappointing, it's deceptive. Number 3, JVC. The glitch in the Matrix. Remember when JVC meant something? Killer speakers, VHS recorders that could take a beating. That wood-trimmed TV your uncle called the tank. What happened? Today's JVC TVs are a confusing mess, split across regions, resold under different factory lines, and reassembled like someone blindly following IKEA instructions. It's like there are 20 different companies pretending to be JVC, all making their own versions of the truth. One viewer told us, bought a JVC from Walmart. Out of the box, the colors felt like someone dragged the saturation bar to 300%, and the App Store didn't even have YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. In 2025, that's like selling a phone without a camera. Some JVC TVs run Fire TV, others run Android. Some run bizarre proprietary software that barely qualifies as smart. Depending on what model you get and where you bought it, you might be looking at real glass, or something that bounces light like a funhouse mirror. Even the hardware feels off. Ever seen bezels misaligned? Or stands that can't even hold the screen straight? That's what buying JVC in 2025 gets you. A genuine gamble. JVC is a coin toss brand, and not a lucky one. One version might be tolerable. Another ends up flickering before you even log in your Wi-Fi. Want to take that risk? I didn't think so. Challenge for our viewers. Have you unboxed a JVC in the last year? Comment with the model and share your honest day 1 versus day 30 experience. We'll feature the best or worst stories in our next video. JVC isn't awful across the board, but I've forgotten how to offer a consistent experience. That's dangerous, because in TV land, inconsistency is just one notch below failure. Number 2, Toshiba, former Titan, now fire-drained Toshiba once built masterpieces. TVs that just worked? Great picture, clean build, solid engineering. Fast forward to 2025, and Toshiba feels like that friend who peaked in high school and never reinvented themselves. Most Toshiba branded TVs today are built and sold under Hisense's watch, with Amazon's software shoved on top. And yes, Fire TV isn't terrible, until it tries to carry the entire user experience because the actual hardware underneath is third-rate. We had a subscriber tell us this gem. I bought a Toshiba Fire TV for casual gaming. By day 2, the display had input lag so bad I was losing fighting games without touching the controller. Not exaggerating. That's what you get when you strap an underpowered processor to a bright, shiny interface and call it smart. The software tries its best, but the guts can't handle it. Think of it like dressing a turtle in racing stripes. And it's not just performance, it's reliability. Some models develop stuck pixels within weeks. Others start ghosting during sports or fast-moving movies. Black levels? Non-existent. Smart features? Sluggish. Motion smoothing? Please, don't even try. It's heartbreaking. Because Toshiba used to mean something. But here's the thing. Toshiba's collapse isn't dramatic. It's apathetic. They didn't explode. They just slowly stopped caring. Today, Toshiba TV's biggest feature is its price tag during major sales. Black Friday, Prime Day, clearance rack after Christmas. But remove the deal, and what do you actually get? Something too slow for serious users, too unreliable for casuals, and too hollow for anyone expecting Toshiba to still mean trustworthy? Viewer shout out, Kevin wrote in and said, "My Toshiba Fire TV started rebooting mid-ads. I thought the TV was allergic to commercials. Turns out it was just crashing every time a dynamic video ad tried to play. Replaced it with a Roku TV next week." Toshiba's problem is that it's living off name recognition and letting software carry the entire show. It's a strategy, just not a smart one. Number 1, Philips, US version. The Phony twin now. Pay attention to this one. Philips. In Europe, reliable, stylish, innovative. You get beautiful OLEDs, Ambilight technology, sleek panels, and fast software. In the US, you don't get Philips. Not really. You get a zombie. Because here in the States, Philips has basically been handed over to a third party under the name Phony, a company best known for not being Philips. And the difference shows, our inbox is flooded with messages like this one. I thought I was buying a Philips because I liked Ambilight. Turns out that doesn't even exist on the US model. The colors are flat, the brightness sucks, and the TV feels like a counterfeit. And they're not wrong. Gone are the carefully crafted panels and custom image processors. Instead, you're getting the appearance of a branded smart TV that behaves like a knockoff trying really hard to fake its story. No Ambilight. Cheap construction. Random crashes. Weak sound that feels like it's coming from behind the wall. And the software? It's like Android TV on 20-year-old hardware. Lags, stutters, program freezes that force a full unplug reset ritual. Best Buy's website for Philips? Full of mixed reviews. Turns off by itself. Won't connect to Wi-Fi anymore. Green tint developed in month 3. Stories repeat. Frustration multiplies. But here's the insulting part. There are still great Philips TVs out there. Just not in America. That's what makes this one hurt more. You're not just buying a bad TV, you're buying the wrong version of a good brand. Challenge to our US viewers. Ever bought a Philips and then discovered what European buyers actually get? Furious? Betrayed? Comment below. We know we're not alone. Philips has become a cautionary tale. A brand that split itself down the middle. One half thriving overseas, the other limping along here with masking tape holding it together.